So, welcome. Recently, I've tried to predict the matchups for the group stage of the World Cup, but I've got zero ball knowledge. And I saw a few videos about like maybe two shorts on YouTube or some shit about the kids, and I was like, hey, you know what? Some of the kids look very good. And I thought, okay, I know a bit more about fashion than football, so let's rank the kids. Let's give an opinion on them. Would somebody care? Well, I don't fucking know why you care, why you want to watch this, but okay. If you want to, let's go. I mean, also before we start, I'm not saying I've got a big knowledge on fashion because I don't. I just have a bit bigger knowledge on fashion than I have about football. And you can verify how little I know about football by my predictions. But okay, with that out of the way. Okay, what is that? Algeria. This shirt looks like it's already dirty. I don't know what's going on, but it looks like it's already dirty. It looks like somebody run over it with a tire and just left a print on it, which could have been artistic, but that may not be the best shirt for World Cup. I don't know. Are you just wanting to look like you've been through a lot from the beginning? Maybe that's the idea. This one, quite simple, plain simple. Logo, nothing special. And basic green. That's classic Argentina. I mean, I don't know much about football, but that's the classic Argentina jersey as far as I know it. I think they've been using pretty much the same thing at least 10 years ago and probably way more back. It looks good. It looks clean. And that is something that is the away kit is like the thing that I saw. I was like, okay, if there will be more pairs like this, I want to rank it. Because this looks fucking amazing. I saw a ranking because I was trying to search for a site where there are rankings. This is like the site called Independent or some shit, and they ranked. I don't know. They had like 96 positions, and they ranked it like 93rd or 94th. I don't fucking know who was in charge of that, but that is diabolical. This looks like a piece of art. Like this looks amazing. I don't know how can you say that looks trash. I mean, maybe somebody. Australia. I don't know why it's not. Why it's crunched, but it looks good. I like the logo. The colors are nice. It's nice. It's nice. This one. This one was like probably 94. Yeah, I guess the Argentinian one was 93rd on the side, and this was 94th. It's not that bad. It's fitting for Australia. Like it's a wakey. Like you can see the top. The top here, I suppose, represents the beach, and this represents the sea. As you know, Australia is pretty much like an island country. I think that's very fitting. I think that's very cool. I don't think it's bad at any point. I think it's good. Austria, quite simple, quite basic. Austria, what is that? I mean, yeah, I don't like it. There are patterns on it, like it looks fancy. It looks fancy. Like this is a fancy pattern, but that would be a fancy pattern on a wall or on a floor of some big mansion, not necessarily on a football shirt. That's kind of lame in my opinion. And this independent site probably got it like 15th place. I don't know. Belgium, quite nice. I mean, simple, but yeah, we've got some pattern here. I don't know. Those are like fires or some shit, some phoenixes. I don't know. It looks nice. It looks sleek, clean. I don't know what's going on. This looks like a Fortnite skin wrap, and not the kind of cool one. It's not. Yeah, it's kind of terrible. It's not the worst, but it's kind of terrible. What is that? Bosnia. Yeah, quite fine. I mean, yeah, they've got their national colors. That's okay. Brazil. Classic Brazil. Classic Brazil colors. Not much to say there. Brazil away kit. Yeah, quite nice. I like the pattern. There are some like black dots. I kind of like the pattern. That's fine. Cabo Verde. Yeah, quite basic. Even more basic and worse looking. Like the blue one is better. Nothing special. basic shirt. Canada. Okay, so they've got the what is that? A maple leaf in it? I know that's kind of cool. That's kind of nice shirt. What is that? Again, that's some artistic shit. That's something that some uh, artistic billionaire son would wear to his private fashion showcase, trying to look artistic and cool and edgy and everything. Like even the band of the shirt is trying to be artistic. You're playing football, darling. It's not a fashion show. What the fuck is? I mean, maybe it looks good on the players. To be honest, when I'm thinking about it, if there will be players running it on the field, it may look good. It may look quite nice. What is that? Colombia. Quite basic. Not much to say. Yeah. How the fuck? How the fuck do we have like something like this? Pretty much simple yellow shirt with what are those patterns? Like very hard to see flower patterns, I suppose. How the fuck was that higher than the Argentinian away shirt on that website, or like the blah blah blah, the Australia away shirt? Like those had personalities. This is just representation done right in the most basic way. That's okay. I mean that's good. Not my style, but it's fine. What is that? Code the other. Do they have a cheetah pattern on it? I don't know. It looks kind of interesting. It's bold. It may not be the best, but it's bold. I'll give it that. So it's like it's fine. This one here is yeah, quite interesting. I don't know what's going on. I'll I don't know what's going on. But this looks, you know what this looks like? This looks like the cover of a tissue box. You know, we've got tissue boxes, boxes with tissues. This looks like a cover of it. This is like something you would see in a store. Then that would be a box of tissues. I don't know if that's a good design for a shirt. Yeah, that's kind of now we're giving it. It's just given freshness in terms of clean paper. Croatia, why do you have three kids? What's going on? What's going on? Like, I suppose that's the left one, but why? What is that? Is one of them goalkeeper? What's that? Is that still Croatia? No, that's okay. So I suppose one of them is the home kids. I think the left one, the middle one would be goalkeeper, and the right one would be away kids. I think the left one is just classic Croatia. Like they have this personal design, like it's not plain one color, so that's cool. And I think the blue one is also because it changes the colors but keeps the design of this like chessboard. And the yellow one, yeah, that's yellow one. That's a yellow shirt. Not much to say. Curacao, huh? Is are the chains part of the kit? Because if so, I would rate it way higher. If not, it's kind of plain boring. Like that is a plain t-shirt with stripes that are not that well matching in terms of color. But if the chains are the part of it all, if every single player gets those chains and the bracelet, because bracelet also looks cool, and the ring, maybe not the ring, but bracelet and chains, I think that's quite solid. Czechia, nah, that's just plain t-shirt. That is just plain sports t-shirt. Yeah, boring. Away kit. Okay, that's trying to be artistic. That's trying to be artistic. That's trying to be fancy. But you see, they're doing it better than the previous ones, because it is fancy and artistic, but it's quite tame. It doesn't scream in your face. It's like it's subtle. It's not an interior of a villa or some shit. It's not an art kit. This is like an interior of a bank. It's quite tame. Like that's a bank interior. Okay, like those are the walls in a bank, and that's quite good. That's quite tame. That's quite pleasurable. Like I think it's nice. Maybe I should have been given them writing in like I don't know, A to E. Oh, what is that? That's beautiful. Democratic Republic of the Congo. Yeah, that's what it is. It gives me the vibe of like, you know, uh, some island country, which is interesting because as far as I know, the Congo doesn't even have the connection to the sea, but still, it's a good design. Sorry, I need a break for a drink. Remember to drink water, it's very important. That looks like a good design. I think it's nice. What what else we got? Okay, that's not that good. I mean, that's a football pattern. That's a football T-shirt. I've seen one, but I don't like the pattern. This is way better. This got so much more personality and style. I love it. I love it. But I wouldn't say that's Congo. I don't know much about Congo, but it doesn't scream Congo to me. Yet, it's so fucking amazing. Ecuador, plain yellow T-shirt. Oh, what's that? Okay, I like the writing. It's got personality. It got a lot of personality. I think it got a lot of Ecuador culture in it. I know. Is are turtles part of the culture? Or lizards? I think yeah. Okay, I like they get like bonus points. Like if this was cool and they were to get a grade, for example, C. I know Americans use grades in terms of like letters, right? C, that would be C plus. Like this writing would give them C plus, maybe even B minus. Like those are extra points, okay? Those are extra points. What do we have here? Ecuador, outside. Yeah, plain black t-shirt, and still we've got the writing, but it loses personality because it doesn't have those colors. Those red accents give a lot of personality to it. Like it's still fine, but it's not like this is like 5 extra points, right? This is like 7 extra points, 7 extra points, 7 extra points on the test, and then you see another student using the same fucking trick, and you know that one of them copied it, and this one probably copied because this one has given the test later. So like this was probably the first one that made it. Even if not, they did it better. So they execute the idea better. So like you also seen this idea before. So although it's the same thing, execute a bit worse, and you've seen it before. So it's like three extra points. There's 7 extra points, but there's 3 extra points. It's not that good. Egypt. That is the second thing that I saw. I was like, okay, that is fucking amazing. This is one of the best shirts. Like you see those pyramids of Egypt, those pyramid of Giza, pyramid of Helps. I don't know what are the other pyramids in Egypt, but this looks fucking amazing. This is like top three probably. I don't even know what are the rest, but this could be even the best. This could be the best shirt yet. This is the best shirt yet. So clean. And the away kit, it's fine. It's plain white, but it's got those triangles. The Egypt somewhat there. That's fine. England. Classic white tee. Not much to say. England. What are those patterns? It looks kind of like a vomit. Kind of like a vomit or a carpet. But there is something appealing in that. It screams Britain to me. Not Britain. It screams England to me. It looks like a vomit or a carpet, but also screams England to me. And I'm sorry if that's disrespectful. I love England. That's pretty much like I'm not from England, but that's pretty much like potentially my favorite country in the world. So I love you, for real. Please don't punch me. Friends, what the fuck is that? It's kind of fast. This looks fast. It looks like a football kit. It definitely looks like a football kit, and it's not plain one color, so I think those are also extra points for that. But yeah, it's okay. That is a plain T-shirt. Yeah, not much. But as far as I know, this is Mbappe on the picture. And as much as I don't know much about football, I kinda heard of Mbappe dictator memes, so it's a plain T-shirt. And I've told you my opinion on plain T-shirts, but I'm not really going to say anything more, especially anything negative in regards to that. Okay, Germany, plain T. Okay, that's a good design. plain t-shirt bad. They've got Germany flag. They've got some spark to it. A little bit of sprinkle. A little bit of sprinkle. It's nice. It's nice. It's slick. I like it. What the fuck is that? Okay, what is that? This looks so cheap. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry if I am harsh, but this looks so cheap. You could do better. You could do way better. What the fuck is this? What are those small things? Are those numbers? What are those? Why are they those? Who designed that? Like, and again, it's the same as Algeria. You see the pattern? It looks like the shirt was run over with a tire through the middle. Again, it looks like not the best pattern that was run over by a tire. What the honestly, that is a bold design. I fucking respect it. Sorry, a drink break. I fucking respect it. That is crazy good. Top 3 easily. Egypt contender. I don't know what, like, that is a piece of art. You see how I was talking about piece of art? That is a piece of art. Like, that is something that, like, I've talked about this shirt that somebody would wear to a piece of art. Yeah, exhibition. But the first one looked like, I'm rich. I want to look cool, and that is somebody who also goes to that exhibition. But they are more aware. They're not into fashion because it's popular and I'm rich and I don't have to do anything of my time. No, they're into fashion because they love it, and they probably crafted this shirt with heart and passion, and their fingers were bleeding mid through, and that's a good shirt. I love the curves. I love the lines. They are not that. That's art. That's beautiful. And that's also quite fine. There is a pattern. It's not plain. There's a pattern. And that's quite a nice pattern. The colors, the grading, the shading. That's quite nice. Good job, Ghana. Ghana and Egypt are doing great. Heidi. How? Okay. Okay, listen. It's not plain because they've got something cool going on down there. And like red and white are okay, but the blue got some extra shading. It looks like some Atlantis. It looks like they've got Atlantis down there. Like there's normal shade of ocean. Like this ocean. This shirt is an ocean, and this is an ocean floor, and there is some beautiful, great city of Atlantis. That's a piece of art. That's very simplistic, but that is a piece of art also. I love it. It's amazing. It's very great. Iraq. What the fuck? Is the hat and the phone part of the kit? What is going on? I'm not even seeing the full shirt. It looks kind of pleasing. It looks like one color with those like a little golden lines. That looks like the strings, the little golden strings. They're so tiny. That kind of looks nice. This looks kind of cool, but the photo is I gave a test comparison, right? The psychic test that is so well written, that is quite well written, but the handwriting of the student makes you question what the fuck did he wrote, and you are sitting like trying to read it through, and you just get so tired trying to depict like the content is there. The content is quite good, but trying to decipher it is so tiring that you may be a bit more harsh while giving the score. And also, it also looks like his dog been chewing on it for 15 minutes. That's what's given. And which one is the kid, huh? Which one is the kid? Okay, that's the logo of Iran, I suppose, and not one of them looks like the same logo. This looks more like this logo, so I guess this is the Iran kid, or maybe. Okay, never mind. Both of them are plain one color shirts. Yeah, that's kind of not really giving good much. Okay, Japan. Are those the Blue Lock kids? I think those are the Blue Lock kids. And just for making anime references, that's a goated t-shirt. That's quite a plain t-shirt, But just for the reference, that's a goated T-shirt. Is that a Blue Look reference? I think those are the Blue Look shirts. That's a goated reference. Or maybe, oh shit, what the fuck am I talking about? Probably Blue Look was referencing the original team. But I saw somewhere that, no, I saw somewhere that the Japanese team copied the Blue Look kits. Is that possible? Even, I don't know. Okay, but it's not the worst design. That's quite fine. Like, that's quite plain, but there are some patterns and they're not the worst. That's quite good. Okay, what is that? This looks somewhat like the Ghana shirt, but done a bit worse. Like, it's not bad, but it's also not great. It's fine. You deserve a little pat on the back. Okay? That's what we're going to get. Jordan. Plain t-shirt. Not much to say there. Quite lame. Mexico. That is a goated shirt. That amazing. Brilliant. You can see the culture. You can see the culture. You can see the artistic vision. You can see the personality. Everything. It gets everything. Every single thing. Every single minute detail. It was perfect. Perfect. Down to the minute detail. Or something like that. I don't know. Okay, that's quite more like basic shirt. Some standard pattern. Still quite nice. If the necklace is part of the kit, yeah, some extra points. Not the worst. Out of the more, yeah, that's definitely a football kit. One of the better ones. Yeah, Mexico did quite well. Morocco. Plain shirt. But, yeah, I need to make sure of that. The button. They have, it's buttoned up. Is that buttoned up? They have one button here. That's some interesting stylistic. That is personality. They deserve some. They're thinking like, okay, how can we stand out? How can we have something different? And they found an idea. They deserve some bonus points for creativity. That's a good one. That's a solid kit. Like B plus. Yeah. Okay. Another one run over by the tire. But this tire was going on a desert. This shirt was left in a desert, and the car was going for a desert instead of normal pavement. But still, again, normal looking shirt run over by the tire. Netherlands. Yeah, plain looking shirt, but quite a nice shade of orange. Okay, honestly, that's kind of cool. The shading is quite nice. That's quite a good shirt. A bit messy, but quite a good shirt. Okay, New Zealand. Oh, that is an interesting pattern. Not my cup of tea, but quite nice. I'll give them that, and that is, yeah, that's okay. Not really great. Norway. Okay, that screams Norway. That is a great country representation. Gotta give them that. That is putting your own flag on the kit. That's quite bold. That's quite cool. That's quite fresh. Fresh. That's quite cool. Respectful. That's the word. That's quite respectful. And alternatively, they're just going all black, but like all black. Even the logos are black. That's some Machine Gun Kelly tattooing his skin black. I respect the commitment. It probably didn't cost them as much as him and what he did with his skin, but like that's still commitment. Panama. Okay. Plain t-shirt. Again. But if all players are playing with such cropped shirts, like that's kind of goated. Like if all of them were playing with such cropped shirts, that's respectful. That requires some balls. Paraguay. It looks fine. For some reason, it screams hot dog to me. It's not that similar to the hot dog, but for some reason, it screams hot dog to me. But it looks good. It looks nice. Wait, aren't like hot dog sellers usually wearing shirts like this? I know it looks nice. Yay. Okay, that's good. That's looking good. That's looking fresh. I like it. Portugal, quite basic, but you know they've got a little pattern there, so quite nice. Okay, that's nice. There's a sea. Portugal is connected to the sea, and that's a beautiful part of the sea. Like honestly, that's like top five probably. And this shitty website called Independent or some shit probably gave it like 77th place, probably. So yeah, Qatar again, run over by a tire, but this time it wasn't a tire of a car, rather than quite slim motorcycle. So, you know, it is something different. What do we have here? Plain shirt. How creative. Okay. Republic of Korea. It looks bloody. It looks like a sea of blood. Quite okay. And this looks like sickness. This looks like Grimace. Grimace theme of McDonald's team of Grimace. I don't fucking know. Saudi Arabia. Okay, that's a bold pattern. This looks like an inside of a computer. But it's kind of cool. I give them that. They had some few points. They got some points of coolness and style from me. Yeah. Other plain t-shirts with added gold stripes trying to at the top, trying to look rich, but still a plain white t-shirt. Yeah. Scotland. I don't really like that shade of blue. It's quite dull. You could have done better. And that's not what I meant. I still don't like the color, the shade of the color, and the stripes. If you went with like the blue that you've got on the flag and more of your flag. Okay, you've got your flag here. Oh, you've got your flag. You've got the X from your flag. Okay. So you see, if you went more with the blue instead of like dull, very dull, dark blue, that would be way better. Way better. Senegal. That's amazing. That is amazing. But it looks like you turned the shirts not upside down, but inside out. Like, I want more colors. Why is this so? Why did they turn the shirt upside down? Like, if you turn it upside down the proper way, no, inside out. If you turn it inside out the proper way, it looks amazing. One of the best shirts, but it's so bland inside out. So yeah, that's some minus points. Somebody just, made it the wrong side. Okay, that is again the tire of a car running through the plain shirt, but still, the car that ran over it, I don't fucking know what the car that was. There's some like magical car that I've never seen before. That's some like magical car of some wizards, and that's probably the coolest looking car you've ever seen. I don't fucking know what tires leave that mark, but that's still a shirt run over by a vehicle. I don't even know if you can call that a car, but that's a shirt run over by a vehicle. South Africa. Basic design. That's kind of cool. I like it. They get a lot of style. That is trying to that is the shirt that looks rich. This looks rich. This looks expensive, but still stylish. Like you see, the previous ones that I said, like, okay, it looks like an expensive interior trying to look rich. This is like, you know, just buying a shirt with a plain white shirt with a big Supreme in the middle and saying, look, I've got style because I've got like rich clothes. No, you've got no style. You've got money and zero style, and you're approved that money cannot buy style. This is stylish. That's expensive. That's tailored and stylish, in my opinion, humble opinion. Spain, eh, quite basic, but the stripes are done really well, and I like them. It's quite nice. It's quite pleasant. Also like the shades, the shade of red, the shade of blue, the shade of yellow. Everything goes well with each other. That's a nice shirt. Yeah, plain white shirt. Sweden, looking plain white shirt. Plain yellow shirt. Eh, that's a solid shirt. That's a cool pattern. Screams a bit of a carpet to me, but still, maybe not carpet. Maybe like walls of a swimming pool, but also a bit of a carpet. Still not that bad. Yay. Okay, what's going on? A bit of dust on it. A bit of waves. Is this a geographical map of height of Switzerland? Because it seems like it. If that's so, that's a very creative thing. Yeah, like the side I've said before about independence, it was it gave it like probably the last place or so. And is it the worst? Not really. It's not the best looking, but it's also not the worst. Oh, sorry. It's like not the best looking, but also not the worst. They said that it looks childish, like a child drew over it, and I get it, but okay, it's ugly, but at least it's trying to do something different than just plain white. I think they deserve some points for that. Tunisia, plain shirt, nothing to go. Turkey, a bit more personality, but nothing special. Turkey, honestly, looking way better than the first one. Way more contrast in the colors. Uruguay, plain shirt. Uruguay, okay, that looks fucking cinematic. Or some wallpaper shit. This looks like a wallpaper for somebody. That that's beautiful. That's some like I don't know fantasy shit. Some isekai fantasy stuff. I don't know. Okay, that's I kind of like the waves. It's like a waving flag. Good job USA. Eh, plain black with the stars. I liked Norway. I guess it was Norway that's committed way more to the all black look. That's fine, but Norway did better. Uzbekistan plain shirt. Yo.